Hello everyone, I am Chananteja from third year Department of ECE. I am here to present the project on microwave oven simulation, which I have done the internship conducted by MXD. So let's see the what are the topic we are going to the presentation requirement for the project. Let we see the table of contents. Requirements: embedded systems, microcontroller and microprocessor, PiximLab, CLCD, matrix keypad, what is microwave oven, ISR, timer, and last we are going to see project implementation. So let's start the what is microwave oven. Microwave oven is used to heat the food using microwave. It is form of electromagnetic waves. There are several modes in various microwave oven. We are going to implement 4 modes, which includes micro mode, grill mode, convection mode, and start mode. And what is micro mode? This mode is used to cook food in a traditional way. It is uses a maximum power of 900 watts. In this, the maximum time of usage for cooking 60 minutes. Grill mode. This mode is used to cook meat and bread. It works as the micro mode, but the purpose is used to cook and bread. Users can set time as per the cooking time of the meat. Sunvi convection mode. In this mode, user can set the oven to preheat for a particular temperature and takes 3 minutes to preheat the oven. After preheating is done, then the user can set the time as per the requirements. So what we see the requirements for this project: knowledge in embedded C, MPLab IDE, XC8 compiler, PiximLab, PIC16F877A, 16x4 CLCD, tactile switch, matrix keypad, timer. And what is embedded system? Embedded system is a combination of any hardware and software which is intended to the specific task. A general purpose system is used to perform large number of tasks, whereas an embedded system is used to perform a specific task, which includes the types of embedded systems, which has mainly 4 types. They are stand-alone system, real-time work system, networked, and mobile. So when we stand-alone system, it has further classified into slave system and independent system. What is slave system? These systems are not intelligent, even though these are embedded system. The system they cannot be actioned by their own. For example, semi-automatic washing machine. And when we come the independent system, this system cannot take action by their own. Example, Google car take action by their own car. So next, what is real-time system? These systems are time-bounded system, will take action on specified time. Failures in this system are not acceptable. Here, hardware real-time, firm real-time, software real-time. Example, hard real-time should be in the firm real-time is airbag system. Networker system, the system which are connected to the network. Example, home security system are connected to the network. And mobile system, the system which are movable are called as mobile system. Example for robots. So when we come to the software in embedded system, it contains memory, human interfaces, diagnostic port, sensors, auxiliary system, actuators, DAC, ADC, and how to choose embedded system. It should be low power consumption. It should be cost efficient and efficient using of processing power and reliability, efficient use of a memory. And what is microcontroller and microprocessor? An integrated circuit which is capable of being programmed to perform a specified task. It has a design restriction such as memory size, input output capabilities, peripheral functions, etc. Choose a microcontroller based on applications, performance, price, availability of tools, and special capabilities. What is the difference between microcontroller and microprocessor? And what is microcontroller? All components will be in a single chip. Microcontroller has less flexible and less design complexity. Whereas when we come to the microprocessor, all components are assembled separately, more flexible and more design complexity. And next, peripheral PiximLab architecture. It contains as LEDs, buzzers, digital keypad, matrix keypad, temperature sensors, ADC, CLCD, 16 also EEPROM and some other ports. What is the, let's see about syncing and sourcing circuit. What is syncing and current syncing? In current sourcing, microcontroller acts as input to load. The current is flowing from microcontroller to load is called sourcing circuit, in which microcontroller acts as source. When we see about current syncing, microcontroller acts as load which consumes power from the source. So let's see up the CLCD. CLCD which contains character liquid crystal display. In PiximLab there are two types of displays: 16x2 display, 16:4 display. It displays the ASCII character and some special characters. It is not commonly used display. There are two types of common communication modes. There are 4-bit mode, 8-bit mode, but we are only using for 4-bit mode. So we is tactile switch. A tactile switch is a metal plate and a terminal. In this the diagram, what is pull down resistor circuit and pull up resistor circuit. And so in pull down circuit, if switch is open, when the control act as 0. As the resistor is ground, when switch is open, the controller is connected to the resistor. If switch is closed, the controller will be the switch is closed will be connected into VDD. Whereas a pull up resistor circuit, when switch is open, the controller is connected to VDD. And it read 1. If the switch is closed, the controller will be the switch is connected to controller when it is closed. So tactile switch is a switch whose operation is perceptible by touch. This switch is used to select the mode of operation and enter to the temperature and enter the time in our project. This switch is will producing a bouncing effect when switch is a pressed. Let's see about the matrix keypad. This is a keypad in which a number of tactile switches are connected to in row and column concept. This is used when more numbers of user inputs are still want to save control inputs output. These keypads are most commonly used in calculators, digital lockers, etc. And what is interrupts? An interrupt is a communication process set up in a microprocessor or a microcontroller in which an internal or external device the requests the circuit. A MPU means microprocessor, MCU microcontroller to stop the processing. Then the microprocessing unit or microcontroller unit acknowledges the request and attends to the request. Goes back the processing where it has got interrupted. What is polling? It is the process where the computer or controlling device wait for an external device to check the read lines or state, often with low level or hardware. So the disadvantages of polling. Those are loss of events may occur during polling. It and the response may be poor and it has power management is less. There are when the classification of interrupts. The interrupts are mainly classified into two types: hardware and software. Hardware is further classified into non-maskable, maskable, and again maskable is further classified into two types of external. And let's see the what is ISR. ISR means interrupt service routine. An interrupt service routine is a software routine that a hardware invokes in response to an interrupt. Interrupt service routine attends to the request of an interrupting source by clearing the interrupt flag and should save register contents that may be affected by the code in the interrupt service routine. It must be terminated with the instruction retry. When an interrupt occurs, the microprocessor unit completes the instruction being executed, then it disables global interrupt enable, places the address from the program counter on the stack that may be returned from interrupt. What are timers? Timer is an important application in any embedded system, which is a default peripheral which maintains the timing of an operation in a sync with a system clock or an external clock. It has many applications such as measuring and time generating delays, etc. Timer or counter is a software designed to count the time interval between the events. Resolution is the which is also called as register width. It may be 8 or 16 bit, etc. Tick is referred as the change from one number to another number. It may be count or down count. It may be up count or down count. Quantum, which depend on the system clock setting, is a measure of which time which is responsible for the tick. Scaling may be pre-scalar or post-scalar. Maybe 1:1, 1:8, etc. Modes of timers are counter. PWM means pulse width modulation or pulse generator, etc. Let's get into the project demo. So to get into the project, I will open the Pixin lab. My teammate will be explain the project demo for micro oven simulation.
Those four different modes: micro, grill, convention and start. When I click one for micro, when I need a micro, I need to click on the tactile switch 1. For grill, I need to click on the tactile switch 2, and for the convention mode, I need to click on the tactile switch 3, and for the start mode, I need to click on the tactile switch 4. So when I click one for micro mode, it asks the user to enter time to cook food. After clicking enter is nothing but clicking on hash tactile switch. The cooler runs. After the cooler runs when we click on hash enter. After completing the time, the cooler will turn off and the buzzer will be turned, indicating us the cooking time is up. So let's see how it works. Let me check it by clicking tactile switch 1. So let me click 1. The power is 900 watts is applied. So it asks me to enter a time. Let me enter a 10 seconds. To enter this, I am pressing hash. We can see a cooler is running and the time is running along with the cooler. I hope you have heard the buzzer sound. So let me check it for grill mode. We know that grill mode is same as the micro mode, but it is used to cook meat and bread. To check the grill mode, to open the grill mode, I need to click on the tactile switch 2. Let me click on the switch 2. So same as in the micro mode, it asks me the time to enter. Let me enter 5 seconds. So I enter 5 seconds. We can see a cooler running. So yeah, we can listen a buzzer sound that indicates the time is up for cooking. Cooking time is up. So let's see about convection mode. Uh, when I click on the switch 3 for convection mode, it asks user to enter temperature for which the oven should be preheated for 2 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes, that is 180 seconds. So let me enter 3. Yeah, here it asks the temperature to enter. Let me enter the temperature 140. Sorry, 111. So let me enter it. So we can see 180-second time is required to preheat. After completion of 180 seconds, so after completion of 180 seconds, that means preheating is done. Buzzer will be turned on, that means indicating that the preheating is over, and the coolers and it displays that we have to set the time to cook after completion of this preheating time. So it's nearly 140 seconds. Meanwhile, I will explain these peripherals that we are used in the PicSim lab. So I told that PicSim lab has two types of CLCDs, that is 16x2 and 16x4. See, we can see here 16x4 and 16x2. Here we are using 16x4, and next here we are using 20 megahertz as an input. So these are the tactile switches which are connected in rows and columns, which is called as matrix keypad, where tactile switches are connected in rows and columns. And these are the LEDs, and this is the microcontroller, and here relays which act as a switch. And here we can see an RB3 switch. It is used to open the door. When I open the door, then the CLCD will display that the door is open, close the door, and the buzzer will be turned on indicating that the door is open. And I will show you how it works after the completion of this preheating. Still it is 60 seconds. So later, after completing this preheating, we can see it asks us a temperature. So after completion of this preheating, set time will be displayed, where we have to set the time to cook. Let us wait for 30 seconds at most. So here it asks us to enter a time. Let me enter 20 seconds to show you how other options works. So let me enter 20 seconds, enter. So we can see a cooler is running. So if we want to increase the time, we can increase it by clicking on the switch 4. So let me unstart. So let me click on the switch 4. So we can see a 30 seconds is increased. So let me again click on the switch 4 and show you clearly. It is showing 26 seconds. So when I click on the switch 4, so you can observe the time is changed to and increased it to 30 seconds. When we want to pass the program, we can pass it by clicking on 5, by clicking on the switch 5. Let me show you how it works. Let me click on the switch 5. See, you can see the time is passed. So if we want to resume the process, let me click on this the switch 4. Yeah, you can observe the time is changing. So if we want to stop the process, we can stop it by clicking on the switch 6, stop. Yeah, after completion of this time, the cooler stops running, and the buzzer will be turned on, indicating that the time is up. And the last one is start mode. The fourth option is start. We use the start option to cook or heat a simple food. When I click on the 4, start, it automatically starts with 30 seconds. Let me show you by clicking on fourth switch, start. See, you can see it automatically started with 30 seconds. So again, if we want to increase the time, if we again want to increase the time by 30 seconds, we can click on the switch 4. You can see a 30 seconds is increased. So in the same way as the before, if we want to pass this process, we can click on the switch 5. Or if I want to stop the process, I can stop it by clicking on the 6. If I want to reset the process, that means when I want to come out this process, I can click on the reset button. So that it comes from the start, so that it comes from the starting. Yeah, we can hear the sound, that buzzer sound that tells us the time is completed. So this is all about my project. This internship is useful for me to learn many things in embedded C microcontroller and use it in real-time applications. Thanks for MRC for giving us a lot of knowledge in microwave oven simulation.